In business, there exists this idea of oversaturation in the market and too much competition to stand out amongst others. Recycled ideas and concepts practiced by every competitor and consumed by each consumer. This is referred to as a red ocean, a vast space of hungry predators and delicious prey. As a fisherman trying to get his share of fish in the open sea, this can prove more than a difficult task. Casting a line in a red ocean, being up against those who have been thinking longer and better, will only lead to disappointment. On the opposite side, however, lies clear waters with a healthy supply of fish and space, where there is little to no competition and an easy access to an audience that needs to be served. The reverse is the blue ocean. As of right now in 2023, there exists a current red ocean of games that are unfinished, uninspired, and just plain bitter. And that red ocean has forged a new space to be filled with life, fresh ideas, and an extremely happy fisherman. A game released early this year, discreetly, in the forged out space and gained massive popularity with a short time frame. Hi-Fi Rush is a game that appeared on the scene with no marketing and became one of the most popular games of the year. This contradicts pretty much everything indies are told to do when releasing a game. You must have a marketing plan consisting of social media accounts, artwork, and screenshots, connections with other people in the industry, anything that will get your name out there so people know about your game. Today's gaming economy begs the question, is marketing as important as it was a few years ago? Blue oceans are all about uncontested space. In order to occupy the space, you must be willing to innovate and create value. W. Chan Kim and Renee Maborn in their book Blue Ocean Strategy put it simply. Value innovation is the cornerstone of Blue Ocean strategy. Instead of defensively occupying a space in the red ocean surrounded by competition, you instead focus on creating a leap in value for both buyers and the company. Both rely on each other to maximize the benefits of a blue ocean. Value without innovation is just value creation or improving on the current situation, but not enough to stand out from the rest. An example of this would be the Call of Duty franchise. Constant improvements from title to title that make the game more entertaining, but nothing groundbreaking enough to define the IP other than the fact that it is sort of the grandfather of first-person shooters. Innovation without value is similar relating to improvement, maybe a new mechanic never seen before as a result in technological advancements such as interactive movement controls or machine learning and AI. The problem that arises is whether or not the audience is willing to accept the change. An example of this would be No Man's Sky. Procedurally generated planets and endless exploration, and yet no one was willing to invest their money or time into the game on release due to a poor execution on the idea. So what game achieves both?
Welcome to the Aperture Science Enrichment Center. Let's look at some of the challenges you'll face as a test participant.
Portal, one of Valve's beloved releases. Valve introduced the Portal Gun, a device that was able to move the player instantaneously from one location to another using portals. The appeal of the story, world building, and antagonists behave as the cherry on top, while the creation of the device made the two genres, puzzle and platforming, a lot more appealing to a wider audience, creating value for all gamers alike to enjoy the experience. Now for the big question. Does Hi-Fi Rush follow the concept of value innovation?
Don't worry, probably no big deal.
No, it doesn't. However, it did not matter. Let me explain. Everything in Hi-Fi Rush has already been seen before. Rhythmic combat, vibrant characters, zany artistic direction, all things we are familiar with, so in terms of innovation, it does not check the box. But what Hi-Fi Rush does well is provide value. It does so not only by the three characteristics listed before, but also does so outside of the game through reviews, word of mouth, and one of the most important parts, pricing. Games today are missing a ton of marks when it comes to the satisfaction of the consumer. Justifiably priced games that are fun to play and offer an overall good experience are bound to succeed because the blue ocean has been carved out for them by the studios who cannot meet these baselines. One review of Hi-Fi Rush on Steam perfectly encapsulates the experience of playing the game, and another about the current state of the gaming industry as a whole. Tango Gameworks took full advantage of what was missing and combined it with a nostalgic longing for the early 2000s Saturday morning cartoon audience and packaged it for half the price. In short, Hi-Fi Rush succeeded flawlessly by over-delivering. This leads to a swarm of fans talking all about the game wherever and to whomever they can, and the most important form of marketing is word of mouth. Going back to the actual release of the game, a question you may ask is, what about appearing on the front page of Steam? Surely that contributed to a majority of the popularity. Yes, there is no doubt about that. On release, the game did appear on the front page of Steam in the little carousel section for everyone to see. But prior to the game's release, there wasn't a single speck of marketing. It essentially was a ghost release. If the game wasn't a hit with the audience, being on the front page would have very little effect on the sales compared to if it was, regardless of price and visibility. Something I'd like to clarify before I continue is that posting your game on a marketplace for sale can be considered a form of marketing, but in this case, I'm referring to the more conventional ways before releasing a game, such as getting in touch with publishers, influencers, using social media, and creating content. A quote by Naval Ravikant states that, "You only sell because you don't know how to market, and you only market because you don't know how to build a product." This essentially means that ideas are king. They are the most important part of business and determine whether or not people will take an interest, which ties into value innovation. If your idea is seen as valuable, innovative, or in the best case scenarios both, then people will notice. The hook of a game is just a small part of the big idea. What does Hi-Fi Rush prove to indies? Yes, Tango Gameworks has a budget. Yes, they have years of experience. Yes, they have a publisher and tons of resources at their disposal. But they focused on what mattered and made them successful in the long run, which was an opportunity, a big idea, and little to no marketing. The concept of the red and blue ocean in business can be applied to the gaming industry paired with a big idea and an unorthodox strategy. While oversaturation in the market can create fierce competition, the creation of uncontested space in the blue ocean can lead to success through value innovation. Hi-Fi Rush's success without traditional marketing methods shows that delivering value to consumers can be enough to generate word-of-mouth marketing and create a devoted fan base. Ultimately, the most important factor in business, including the gaming industry, is having a valuable and innovative idea that can stand out in a quote-unquote crowded market. Thank you all for watching. Let me know your thoughts on Hi-Fi Rush's release and whether or not any concepts can be successfully implemented in your business strategy. If you enjoy watching and would like to know more about game business strategy, check out the video above on Human Connection and how you can better connect with the audience you are building. I'm an intelligent gamer, and I will see you in the next video.
Let's make some noise.